Welcome to Reasonable Reviews. Today we will take a look at Mighty Number 9, the latest line of Megaman-esque games from the original creator, whose name I will not butcher trying to pronounce. We'll take a look here. As you can see, it's very similar. You're a robot. There's eight robots who are turned evil in this one. We'll spare you some of the story. And your object is to go and kind of snap them back in reality. You defeat them. It's just a little different story. And run through the platforming levels. And as you can see here, there is one big difference between other Mega Man games. And you see what I'm doing here is when I shoot the enemies, you'll see that they'll turn color. What you have to do is you can dash through them, and this absorbs. I never quite figured it out. Excelsior or Excel whatever gel. What'll happen is when you do that, not only does your score go up, but also it'll do things like restore your energy, which is good. Like the old E capsules of Mega Man Old. You can store them up. Let me take a look at it. This level that I'm on here is a bit different. I had seen some things about comments about interesting level design, or level design that people didn't really agree with. I think I chose this one here simply because this seemed to be the most different, or should I say strange. I did not play the Mega Man X series. I missed those. So maybe there was something like this. But this one here, you know, this robot is a sniper, as you can see. And he kind of hides around this building. What you really need to do is kind of follow where his sights are coming from. See, now they're coming from the right side, you head over to the right side and just track them down. If you don't figure that out, you can do it. Excuse me. You can do it by just going to the right every time, but it takes a whole lot longer, and I learned that the hard way the first time. So we just kind of run through here, and you see he shoots. Very easy to hear it. And you see a lot of dashing involved here. That's fine. It's just a little different. Same with when it comes to killing the enemies, or you dashing through them. It takes some getting used to, but once you get used to it, it comes pretty second nature, really. I actually quite enjoy it. I didn't like it at first, but after an hour or so, it grew on me quite a bit, and it brings a little different challenge to it. We're going through there, and you get different percentage bonuses based on how quickly you can jump into them after you've knocked them out or incapacitated them. I don't know what you want to call it, really. We'll go with incapacitate. And you see there's some traps here that this boss set up. It's kind of a pain, really, on this one. You're really chasing around. This is, like I said, this one here seems quite different than most Mega Man levels I'm used to from the more traditional games.
Maybe you can be content serving the whims of these flesh bags.
You can hear some of the voiceover work here. This boss is actually pretty good, I think. Some of the voice acting, however, I won't say it's bad, but annoying certainly can be used for it. I won't really harp on people's voices because I'm always self-conscious about my own. So. But you know, just be aware it can grow old on you after a while. I'm not quite sure if the sound quality sounds fine. Just the way some of it comes across it sounds a little weird to me. Sounds hollow. That might not be the best word, but You know, there's just something about it that doesn't quite seem right, or at least a little more aggravating. And oh, there we go. I got knocked into the wire there. I'm just gonna skip ahead here, and you see, when you start back over the beginning of this one, I'm just gonna skip back to the point where I was. There aren't really any save points in this level, which does make it tough. And the only one is right before you reach the boss battle. So this can be kind of trying. Now what you can do as well, you can kind of go through, because of the design of this, you can just go straight through, knock out all the enemies, and just go back and forth. It's up to you how you want to do it. As you can see, you got the combos, and you got a nice little score up there. And also, you want to take note, underneath my health bar, there's a little arrow with a 1 there. That's basically the, like the E-capsules that I was talking about previously. You can refill your energy with them. Do note that they do not save over after you die. So if you die, you lose them. So you can't really hang on to them for life to life and just kind of build up on them, which is pretty good, I think. I don't have a problem with that kind of a change. We see more here. We got the trap set up. Oh, we're gonna get away. Nope. Let's see, we're low on health now here. Alright, which way is it coming from? Oh, bullets flying from the left. We can go back over to the left. Like I said, if you do screw this up, you can go to the right constantly. It just takes longer. I assume you can go to the left constantly too if you really wanted to. But then you get, once you have cleared out all the enemies, it's pretty easy. It's just regular platforming and staying away from his bullets, which I run into a lot because I'm just trying to get past him. Here he is again. Alright, he's not too tough in these battles. A lot of the boss battles in this game, they do seem pretty hard. The game will actually help you out if you're doing terrible. As you can see here, well, guy, give me some energy. That's excellent. Thank you very much, bird. If you die a couple of times, they'll throw you some power-ups, which last for a certain amount of time, and you can use them. They'll even give you extra lives. It all depends what comes out. So sometimes you can just keep going and going. A lot of times that doesn't help. But just like regular Mega Man, each boss has its weakness. I do not have any bosses downed here, so I just have the regular old power right now. And we'll try and take out this guy here. And oh, I chose the wrong spot to stand to start. That's not so good. We'll stay here. Now, as you battle, the bosses are like the other enemies in that you do damage to them, but you still have to rush through. Now, what happens if you don't rush through? Their health will regain. So you can damage an enemy, get them all the way down there, and if I waited, eventually all that health would regen and it'd be like I never did anything if I didn't dash through them. Now let's see, let's get our, there we go, get our health back. And I had been working on this guy a little bit, so my strategy is pretty decent on this one. Some of the other bosses, like I said, are really hard, and you can see there's some different mechanics with the bullets coming at you that way. Changes things up. Just want to show everything through here. And I did want to just talk about the game and not all the other stuff that's been going on with it. Kickstarter, and all that stuff. It's fine, but while it is about the game, it isn't, and I wanted to leave all that stuff out. You know, if you have certain expectations coming in, you know, it might be hard to... Oh, there he is. Get him, get him. See, now he's regaining health. I could have finished him off that time. But, it's kind of hard to meet expectations for older games that you grew up with, and, you know, it's supposed to be the new greatest thing. I actually find that the platforming in this is very good, and, you know, very Mega Man-esque, very hard. And there we go, we dash through, and here we're gonna take his powers. But the platform's good, it is fun, it's challenging. Like I said, there's 8 bosses, there's probably an end stage as well, like a Wily Castle or something like that. I haven't got that far yet. As you can see, after you also get a score. Like I said, I'm not sure how the Mega Man X series did it, but I know the original Mega Man stuff had a score. Not something to really pay much attention to. There are leaderboards in this, so you know, if that's your thing, you got leaderboards, you can do it. This is just the casual mode, or the normal mode. Sorry. There's also there's like a harder one, and then like a maniac, and I'm too chicken to try them out. Here you can see some of the cutscenes. Skip over it because one of the things I don't particularly care for in this is the cutscenes are kind of long and clunky. You can't always skip through them. We'll take a look. We'll just pick another level here quick so we can check out our new weapon. You can see we gotta play around with it a little bit, but here we go. We'll stop. See, got our controls. Once I figure out how to switch here, we'll take a look. There we go. Oh, oh, and we wasted it all. There we go. We're dashed through, and it regens on its own, which is nice. There's no separate little gadget health in this one, which makes things very nice. But there you have it, folks. That is Mighty Number 9. Take a look. I hope you enjoyed the review. Try to get everything in there. There's a lot to see here. And don't let other bad reviews maybe scare you off of this game. It is quite good. It just, you have to kind of get over the fact that it's not exactly Mega Man, but it still is a very fun game. And I mean, if your expectations are up for this being like, oh, the greatest Mega Man, oh, they had a lot of money, then I could see that maybe you would have some problems with it. However, you know, like I said, this is really fun. It takes some getting used to, but once you kind of get used to how the game works, I find it to be quite enjoyable. But thanks again, everybody, for joining me, and we will see you next time. Thank you.